Hey, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Wrestling Geek here with another video for y'all today. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Thank you guys for that. But today's title, we're talking about Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. And specifically, The Undertaker losing his undefeated 20-0 streak at WrestleMania 30 to Brock Lesnar. Now, why they made the decision, I will never understand who made the decision. Still trying to figure out to this day, was it Vince or was it Undertaker? Because it was essentially, I guess, to put somebody over, put Brock over, but Brock was already over. So I never understood the point of them pushing Brock more than what he needed to be pushed. So I was a little off on that, but let's kind of break it down. So we started, how we got here, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really quite remember how we got here, but I know that we were here, Louisiana, because they go to Louisiana, I swear, like every other year for WrestleMania. But this is WrestleMania 30. 2014, been so long. The match was, I don't really remember too much from the match. I should probably start watching the matches before I do these reviews, but I don't remember too much about the match specifically. But I know one result, and the result was the Undertaker losing, the black guy who had his mouth over the air. One of probably the biggest memes of all time. I think you should say what. So essentially one of the biggest memes of all time, because the Undertaker losing was pretty much a meme on itself. And I'm here to ask why. What made them to come to the decision? Who decided to do that? Why did they decide to do that? When did they decide to do this? And I really want to know to this day, was it Undertaker that made the decision? Because if it was Undertaker, wouldn't it make sense for him to have a younger guy come out and do it so he could put them up to the next level? Again, Brock Lesnar was already over, so it really made no sense to do it. Brock Lesnar's been champion multiple times to this point. So I just found out to this day, I think it's one of the stupidest things of all time, in my opinion. I think the Undertaker should have retired undefeated at WrestleMania, so that would have been, what, about 25, 26-0? That would have been perfect for him. To this day, him losing at WrestleMania 30 was, in my opinion, probably the stupidest thing of all time. And that's my opinion. The dumbest thing of all time in WrestleMania history is probably Undertaker losing a match at WrestleMania. Because a lot of people pay money for WrestleMania to see the Undertaker fight. We don't pay for anybody else. We pay to see the Undertaker. Like, the people literally came out of pocket or travel long distances to see that man fight. So the fact that he lost, and to Brock Lesnar of all people, I think that's the part that gets me the most. Because it's like, why Brock? Why? You couldn't pick anybody else on the roster. You picked Brock. So I think that's another part that blows me the most. That's probably the most annoying thing about the entire situation, the fact that he lost to Brock Lesnar, of all people, Brock Lesnar. So it's just mind-boggling, and it's, to this day, 10 years later, it's like, why? Like, what the hell? Why? Why do this? I'm getting upset thinking about it, and I'm trying to keep my cool for the purpose of our video, man. But I've already had this video. If you see my last video, don't forget to hit the like button on that one, or go view that one for me. I don't like Brock Lesnar. I don't like him as a character. I don't like him as a wrestler. I don't like him as a babyface. I don't like him as a heel. I don't think he's the best wrestler, but he's not the worst. His character sucks. His fanfare, which my kind of way of saying how you react to the crowd, how you do it. Now, he's solid there, because he can get either reaction. I just don't think he's good at either reaction. Like, I don't really know. He's kind of on the fence, man. I think he's one of the worst wrestlers of all time. I said that in the last video. But the fact that you have the greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion, The Undertaker, the GOAT, and you had him go out there and pretty much lose the streak that he's built for 2 decades at this point. This is literally 2 decades of wrestling, and you just threw it all away. This had to be a Vince McMahon move. It just sounds like something stupid he would do, because we got to push Brock Lesnar and all this other stupid stuff. So it felt like a Vince move, something stupid he would do. And to this day, even 10 years later, it still doesn't sit right. Then the fact that he proceeds to lose to Roman, I think that was it. He proceeds to lose Roman like 2 years, 3 years later. Why? Why are we doing this? Like, the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania was the most important thing in WWE's history. Not even just WWE, in wrestling history. That is one of the greatest accomplishments of all time. 20-0, that's one of the greatest of all time. And then when it hit 21-1, it's like the whole stadium went silent. It's like this darkness just came over WWE like a dark cloud. And I guess Vince thought he was just going to get this major reaction there. But I think the reaction he got was literally, and nobody really reacted to it well. So yeah, I don't think Vince, quite frankly, understood how that was going to go. It was bad on all levels. And Brock Lesnar did not need that push. I'm sorry. Brock Lesnar is just mid. He didn't need that push. And the Undertaker didn't need to lose. To this day, I think he should have retired, 25-0, 26-0, whatever he would have been. I think he should have retired undefeated. Because, again, that's the most important thing in WrestleMania history. That's the most important thing in WWE history. That's the most important thing in wrestling's history. So for it to just blow up in smoke like that. To this day, it don't sit right with me, and it blows my brain cells that they even pull something as preposterous as that. Um, I mean, even at that time, you could have went to Cena. I would have been cool with even Cena breaking it if it was gonna go somebody like that. Um, I can't think about it off the top of my head. CM Punk, if he was still around, I think if he was still around at the time, so CM Punk would have been great, but he already beat CM Punk. That wouldn't make no sense. And then even at fact, Undertaker wasn't even at his peak. Like, he wasn't even at his best during this match. Like, you can tell the old age is starting to catch up with him because he just looked tired and flustered and frustrated, and it was just a bad look. So the fact that he lost made it even worse. I think he should have won. It probably would have made the match just tad bit better than what it was, because the match in general was trash. Like, the match was bad. Undertaker looked old, dusty, rusty. Brock was carrying the match heavy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think Brock was carrying the match really heavy, but to this day, it's just the dumbest thing in my opinion. It's the worst decision in WWE's history, and I to this day regret it. Besides the fact, Undertaker's honestly my GOAT, so it makes it look even worse that he's my GOAT and then it happened like that. But it's just a bad taste on it. But if you guys do remember that 21-1 disaster that we got, comment down below how you guys feel about it. How you guys think it should have went. Do you think Brock was the right person to win? Do you think Brock should have won? Or do you think if he were to lose, it should have been anybody else? In my opinion, Taker should have won. I think to this day he should have never lost the streak. But comment down below who you think it should have been. If Taker should have lost, who you think he should have lost to. But then proceeds to lose Roman once again. I don't. It blows me my brain. So they try to push Roman. Roman's already pushed. I'm like, you're pushing people who are already pushed, Vince. Like, think. He didn't think. He just, let's go out there and do it today. Do what? He was already pushed. But without rambling too much, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe as always. 21-1, one of the worst times in WWE history. Probably the dumbest thing in WWE history. In my opinion, the dumbest thing in WWE history. But don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Follow the podcast. Link it down in the description below for that. And appreciate all the love I've been getting with subscribers and likes and comments and share. People been sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. But yeah, keep running up the likes, stories, and we do what we do, and we out.